What's going on, y'all? My name's Trey Kepsel, and this is Elk Motorsports. Well, y'all, I got some channel updates to share with you guys. I was kind of MIA for 2 weeks. That's because it's really been like a hectic month for me. As you can tell, the shop is just in complete disarray. I've just been go, going to Houston, having the budget build, my daughter's birthday party, been all over the place, haven't done any filming here. Before I share those updates with y'all, I really need to get this shop cleaned up. I don't even have a workbench to show y'all all the stuff that I'm going to be doing, so let's get that squared away first. Alright, y'all, thank God. This place was driving me crazy. It's been neglected for like 4 weeks. We just had my daughter's birthday party last weekend, or I guess whenever you guys will get this, it'll be the weekend before last? Whatever, it doesn't matter. And my wife likes to make like all the decorations for the party. So for pretty much this last month, I told her, hey, look, I'll watch the baby, so that way you can get all this stuff done. It's not that like it saves money to do all the decorations. My wife just likes to do that. That's just something that she finds enjoyment, like I like working on the Samurai. And then I went to Houston, did the budget build, came back, actually had the party, and now I need to get back into my old routine. I kind of been out of the saddle from filming and editing. I know I just dropped a video, but it had been like 2 weeks before that. I spent a little bit every morning editing just to kind of get back in the groove, and now I'm like, okay, now I gotta get back to filming. I need to get everything squared away. I've got a lot of stuff coming to you guys, a lot of content. So let me go ahead and show y'all everything that is planned for the budget build first. So as you can see, there is a lot to do to the budget build. There was a lot more wrong with it than I had realized initially from the filming that I did in Houston. I took it out wheeling and it did phenomenal, actually. I was very, very impressed. The only issue that I had with running the stock carburetor was whenever the truck would get warm and it would be idling, every time you put it in the clutch and put it in gear, it would want to die. It would only do this when it was warm. And then, you know, we would go run around, follow people, then, you know, you park for a little bit, it got dark, so it got cooler, and then you turn it back on and it would idle just fine. Well, on the hood, it has the vacuum routing diagram, and on there it said HIC, and I didn't know what that was because, stupid me, I didn't take my service manual with me. So an HIC is a hot idle compensator. And what it does is it's supposed to adjust the air-fuel mixture so that way it can be optimal during a hot idle condition. Go figure, whenever it was hot and it was idling, it wouldn't want to idle. When you're driving, it was fine. That was the only issue. So before I even got home, I ordered a 3K carburetor because I kind of just thought to myself, you know what, that's the big trending thing. A lot of people are doing 3K carbs. So why don't I just check it out and see what all the noise is about, you know, see if it's even worth it. If it even makes a difference, give you guys a video on how to install one, what you have to do. There is a guy that makes a kit, everything's new. It's got a 3D printed thermal spacer that you don't have to mess with, you don't have to cut anything. You literally can get a 3K carb, you can buy this kit, and probably, I would assume, 10 to 15 minutes, it's on. I've already looked up everything that you need to do and what you need to buy to do it yourself, so that is something that I don't know yet if I'm gonna get the kit and do a product review on that and show you what you have to do to get it on there. I might do both. I might just do the do-it-yourself route because this is the budget build, so it's kind of like that's what would be kind of the point. Even though there is some new stuff that I'm gonna put on there that I did spend the money for, I feel like I don't need to skimp as far as functionality goes on this truck. It won't have the bells and whistles, but mechanically I do want it to be sound. When I got it back from going off-road, I did notice leaking like axle grease or rear differential fluid like on the rear treads of the tires, and I looked underneath it and those seals were just like both sides, you know, the seals were blown. So whether or not those bearings are bad, I don't know. I'll probably just go ahead and get some bearings. That's the only thing that I didn't have here, is bearings and seals for the rear axles. The reason for the knuckle rebuild kit is, for one, when I was underneath there, I saw that it was all just crusted up and caked on there, just gunk. And Jeff noticed or heard a noise that he was thinking was like a front wheel bearing. So it was kind of like, well, kill two birds with one stone. I thought only one rear U-joint was bad, but both rear drive shaft U-joints were bad. The intermediate shaft had a bad U-joint, and the front drive shaft had a bad U-joint. Just to show y'all, I was gonna pull them all and bring them here and do them, but I decided to pull this one, which is the worst. If you look right here, I guess when the U-joint went bad, the working angle went so extreme that the drive shaft pushed this ear over. It mushroomed the bore or the hole for the cap of the U-joint. And it's done it to every single one. So I can't even press these U-joints out. Not traditionally. I'll have to go in with like my bandsaw and cut them out. And I think what I'll do is I'll R&R them. Like I'll open this back up. I'm gonna show y'all that. Like I'm actually gonna repair this. Here's the only U-joint that I was able to replace, and it took hours, and even this ear's bent. I couldn't get the clip on it. So I was able to do one U-joint because that's all I had. So instead of just going ahead and replacing the ones that are bad, I'm gonna make the investment and I'm gonna replace all the U-joints. The brakes, oh my God. That's why I have a new vacuum booster and a new master cylinder. I'm pretty sure the rear brakes are kind of sticking. The rear hardline, somebody just bent them back, like up, and ran the lines to it. I have a Doug Thorley header. I had it on my tin top when it was NA. These are the headlights that I had on my tin top before I went LED. Headlight relay kit from eBay, 12 bucks. People are talking about it, so I'm gonna walk y'all through what I do to do it. And then I have a whole bunch of other stuff. You know, I have a horn to put on it. So that way, I mean, that other horn's not wired up correctly. The steering wheel is this exact same steering wheel, but it doesn't have a horn button. So I'm gonna take this steering wheel, I'm gonna replace it. Got a fuel filter. I may try to clean that multifunction switch. I might just try to see if it works. They really do a good job of designing it to be a non-serviceable part. I might make a video trying to clean it, but the one that I cleaned for the tin top, it didn't yield very good results. But I have found a better solution to getting stock Suzuki Samurai parts. There is a vendor on eBay where I got this stock fuel filter from. Here's the box. It is Maruti Suzuki, India. Actual part numbers, straight up genuine Suzuki parts. Let's see, I can tell you how much I paid for this one. I paid $9, but this guy has everything. I got this knuckle rebuild kit from Myron, and I wanted to have just some shims. Well, this guy sells them. He sells just these. He sells the kingpin pieces. He sells the front hub. He sells everything. And just like I was saying about that multi-function switch, this guy, $69.99. The seller is Suzuki-Parts-usa. Definitely a vendor I'm gonna be using. I don't know about how many of you guys knew about that, because there's just some stuff that, you know, you kind of have to do stock. Awesome resource that we have access to on eBay. It shipped very quickly. I think I got it in like 3 days, which is surprising. I have a harness for a light bar. I have a light bar that's just kind of been sitting. I've been wanting to do something with it. We were out there riding at night, really need some auxiliary lighting. And now to show y'all what I have planned for in this shop. So in this shop, I was waiting on a few parts. We have some top line pistons and piston rings. Have a new OEM oil pump. Going to repair this cylinder head. That's what we're gonna do. That's what's kind of been advised, and that's what I was thinking about doing instead of getting a whole new head. I'm gonna show y'all how to Cerakote the exhaust manifold and the turbine housing. I have got a solution for the twin stick mod. This is from a Dana transfer case boot, and I measured the base diameter of the hole, which I think is like 6 inches by 6 inches. And I was able to get a piece of rubber that's that size. So I'm gonna show y'all, if y'all do the twin stick, how to make your own sealed boot setup. And I found out some information about making your own CV shaft from a stock Suzuki Samurai drive shaft. And when I did my lift, I did change my pinion angle by like 1 degree. I didn't go crazy, but it is off. So I'm gonna show y'all the part number, you know, where to buy it, and just swapping this out and making a constant velocity shaft out of your stock rear drive shaft on a Suzuki Samurai. Well guys, that does it for this video. Not a whole bunch of actual work getting done, but I really wanted to keep you guys involved. We are a community, and I really wanted to, I just have all this stuff on my mind, and I really wanted to share it with you guys. If this was content that you enjoyed watching, be sure to smash that like button, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so that way you can stay up to date on what I've got going on in one of 2 shops. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.